Hey guys, what's going on? I got for you my ECX Torment 2-wheel drive. This is just a quick video on basically how it looks, what I've got in it, what's been done to it, and yeah, I'll start right now. As you can see, I've got these nice Bandito C3 tires, 17mm hub. Have a nice air intake on the front. It's not really an air intake, more along the line of a vent, but really helps the airflow into the motor, battery, ESC, and I've got these really nice C2 Banditos, and from what I've gotten out of these tires so far, they're the best damn tires I've ever had for this truck, essentially. And they've really helped it get up to its top speed of 35 miles an hour, which is actually pretty quick for something like this. It's time to show you the body. What's under the body, rather. Quick thing about this body, though, you can see all the Gorilla Tape on it. I carved out the one of, I don't really know how to explain these things. I call it a vent, and you can see it's powered by Castle, but it looks pretty cool. It looked better without the tape, but I still like the way it is, And I also modified the back end of it a little bit. Gives it a nice, I don't really know what to say, just gives it that nice unique touch, I guess that's what you could say. There's Gorilla Tape on the back end. I like it too. Here's a view of the front end. As you can see, got the aluminum shocks. They're adjusted to mainly what I use it for, street. Not necessarily calling it street racing, but street running, I guess you could say. The antenna is tucked down so that way it ain't interfering with anything. Plus, you can see these aluminum caster blocks for the front end, since I broke them off one day when I was running it, and yeah, I hit a trailer like 30 miles an hour trying to brake. For whatever reason, it just wouldn't stop. I basically tore the whole front end apart except for this side of it, but this whole area was messed up. Still got the stock shock towers, stock front bumper. The receiver's the same. But here's one thing about the battery. It's a 50C 5000 milliamp 2S 7.4 volt lithium polymer battery, LiPo, Dynamite brand, reaction. This battery actually gives this truck quite a bit of boost. Gives it a nice speed. I really want to get a 3S 11.1 volt, like 8000 milliamp, but that could cause some drivetrain problems with the setup I currently have. Yep, I have the fuse, 1/10 scale ESC, zip tied to the truck because it kept flying off. Beforehand, it was just like velcroed to the truck. The one thing about this ESC is how it's soldered, like right here. Like one day when I was running it, I accidentally clean ripped out this wire due to some crash and just completely fucked it up. Yeah, truck was unable to run until that got fixed. Works pretty damn good. I have this soldered. Another view of the tire. I actually have a Traxxas axle, and I didn't need to modify anything. You can see this is a Traxxas / rear axle. This is actually a 4x4 axle, but it fits on this ECX Torment, which is good, because I actually broke the stock axle, and it took a long time to break that axle too. Yeah, this is one of these stock shitty ECX Torment axles. Requires that spacer because it's a different length and all. But you know, it works. It hasn't broke, it hasn't twisted, distorted, anything wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that axle. The motor I'm running is I ain't exactly sure what kilovolt this motor is. 100,000 RPM max. I just know that this Castle motor gives this truck some serious power. This thing loves to do wheelies, burnouts. Yeah, I've fried the clutch in this thing. I broke a transmission. This differential, it's so open that it basically wants to diff out anytime you like floor it. I just like this truck for what it is. Just know that it looks pretty fucking good. Works good. Oh, and I also made this skid plate to protect the motor, because you can see this damage to the motor right here, which is no good at all when it comes to motors. I wouldn't want it to like tear the motor up like that. So far, this is the only major casualty to the skid plate, other than, you know, some ground off paint. I mean, it looks okay. I could have done a lot better, but you know, I was using what materials I had available to me, which was actually like 16th gauge sheet metal. This shouldn't rust as long as I keep it maintained. And even though it slightly overlaps the axle, it don't affect performance at all, as it don't touch. And yeah, this is simply what I've got.